Have you ever wondered how much your beard or your leg hair could be slowing you down whilst cycling? Yeah, we've all been told that clean shaven is faster for cycling. Cyclists have donned silky smooth legs for decades. But come on, really, how much is it really slowing you down? Well, there's some pretty bold and big claims out there. So in the name of science, this past month, I've been growing my beard out and my leg hair for a little bit longer than a month. But much to my partner's relief, it is coming off today in the wind tunnel. Well, not actually in the wind tunnel, that'd be pretty disastrous. But I will be doing testing with my beard, without beard, with leg hair, without leg hair, hairo testing. Hey, let's go. So, there have been a couple of well-known aero tests over the years that have looked into body hair aerodynamics, but it's time to test these in the TT position, where aerodynamics is the name of the game. Why is this important? Well, perhaps you rather like your leg hair. Maybe you think you look quite fetching in a beard. I know the jury's out there with mine. But maybe also you're just considering that final step into the weird world of cycling and triathlon, and well, having no leg hair just seems a bit odd. So let's see if it's really worth it. I've brought my clippers. I've even actually brought a vacuum to avoid us actually being banned from this place in the future. I'm going to be doing all the tests in the aero bars on the TT bike. Firstly, with a beard, then obviously without a beard, and then we'll move on to the legs. But I'm going to draw a line there. That is it. I'm not shaving any more body hair. I think that's enough dedication already. Thank you very much. Shaving time. Back to 13-year-old Mark. That's sad to see the beard go. You guys probably aren't. I am though. Right, time to see if there's any difference. Here we go. Well, it's time to see if that was worth it, and you'll notice that the beard is back, and that's because it's the following morning and I haven't actually quite got round to shaving yet. Now, in all seriousness, it's the following week, and actually I've become quite fond of the beard and sort of missed it, and the results sort of helped me in that decision. So, without any further ado, let's crack on with those. So, we obviously tested at 30 and 45 kilometers an hour and a 0 to 10 degree yaw sweep. Now, I did with the beard first, and then obviously shaved that off. So, at 30 kilometers an hour, there was a whopping 1.5 watt saving without the beard. Yeah, and then at 45 kilometers an hour, 2.29 watts. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed with those savings, considering how much effort I put into this. It's a rather prominent feature on my face for some time now, and I kind of had hoped that there would be more savings for the amount of effort that had gone into that. But in the world of marginal gains, 1.5 to 2 watts isn't insignificant either, and I kind of quite like the beard now, and knowing that it's not actually costing me too much, I mean 1.5 to 2 watts, I'm happy to suck up, and so the beard is back. Now I have kind of pondered on this a little bit and started to question, why has the beard had such little difference? And obviously I've reached out to some experts in the field to question them on this. What we've come to the conclusion of is basically it just comes down to the head position and obviously that beard position in relation to the body, the torso, and also with their hand position potentially in front. And as a result, it means that the beard doesn't have as big of an effect on aerodynamics or CDA. Also, you could question the beard itself. I mean, I'd say it's a fairly dense beard, but it was no Viking beard or Hagrid from Harry Potter kind of beard. So maybe that's what I need to do for next time. But anyway, we are now going to use the results from my final run there, obviously without the beard. And now we're going to head back in and check out the legs. Now, by chance, Ollie Bridgewood from GCN has also proudly been growing his leg hair out over the winter months, ready for a similar test, which you can actually watch over on GCN already. He reckons he sits at a 4 out of 10 on the Chewbacca scale, but honestly, I struggle to see any hair at all. Unfortunately, I'm off the scale. I'm a shave every day kind of guy and a 5 o'clock shadow by about midday. So, time to shave these guys. Mop now. That's not for today, I'm not rushing that one. Well, that's that. Time to go and check out the results. See if it was all worth it. Now, thoughts ahead of this are that, well, legs are far more exposed, and we'd imagine that a smoother surface will be faster and more aerodynamic than a rougher one. However, the legs are quite a messy area because obviously we're moving the legs all the time, so I'm really wasn't sure what to expect ahead of this. Well, with the shaved legs at 30 kilometers an hour, I saved a whopping 5.58 watts. That's big. And then at 45 kilometers an hour, wait for it, 17.56 watts. So when we combine that with the beard at 30 kilometers an hour, I saved just over 7 watts, and at 45 kilometers an hour, just shy of 20 watts. That is big, and that is certainly not insignificant. So without a question of doubt, if you haven't shaved your legs already, then do so. Now, as Ollie Bridgewood over on GCN has said, that is the equivalent of going from a standard road bike to an aero road bike, or from some standard box section wheels to some nice expensive deep section wheels, or even from a road bike to a triathlon bike. Now, Alistair Brownlee, if you're watching this and you are serious about winning the Ironman World Championships, so now may be the time to finally shave your legs. Okay, but we're not all Alistair Brownlee, so what does this mean to you out there? Well, let's take your average amateur triathlete racing over a half iron distance triathlon, perhaps holding around 150 watts. Now, over the 90 kilometer bike section being fully shaved, we would expect to see a saving of around 2.5 to 4 minutes, depending obviously on the original hairiness. Now, when you consider all the time and money that you put into training for and racing in an event like this, a quick shave of the legs could be quite significant in terms of your time or your placing in the end. So there we go, some validity for those smooth bare leg cyclists out there. You can ditch the excuses for it being easier to clean out wounds or less painful for massages. It's genuinely more aerodynamic. And I'm sure your non-cyclist friends will be riveted to hear this when they ask you why you shave your legs. Let us know in the comment section down below if you shave your legs, or that 1.5 to 2 watt saving of the beard has made you consider getting rid of your own beard. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If so, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and we'll see you next time.